When you're making a mail merge document to report to parents and students, you will need to prepare the document just as if you have written a Word document which you plan to fill in individually for students and send it to a parent, perhaps via letter or by email. So the job to do is to create a document that ultimately you'll insert students' names, first names and last names, and all of the data that you've collected together in your spreadsheet. So to create the Word document, you'll produce tables, paragraphs, words, just as if you were writing a letter to individual parents. You'll see on this document that I've created in Word, it could be individualized for each student or family. In the document, I have information related to student review. So students have information about their classwork, a grade, and assignments assessment, indicated here, excellent, very good, down to unsatisfactory, etc. I've also put in an indication of which practical reports that I'd like to send information home about, and then a table at the bottom giving information about how the students have gone in each of their assessments and a ranking, and information about their progressive rank at the moment, and then whatever other information you wish to give. This document here, you'll be merging from the spreadsheet that you've created individual grades for all of these for each student. You'll see also that I've got myself some small markers to indicate where I'm going to insert information. What I like to do is to use the show paragraph marks at the top of the bar so that I can see where all of my spaces and all of the formatting is. So for example, in this space I can see that the information that will be inserted will be in the center of the cell, left to right and also top to bottom, and it will be in red and it will be bold. Similarly, for all of the grades, they'll be in the center, they'll be bold, and they'll be red. I need to ultimately insert fields so that they can be picked up from the spreadsheet and inserted in these locations. My spreadsheet isn't perfectly set just yet, but here's an example of how we would do that. Go to Mailings, Start Mail Merge. We're going to be sending email messages rather than letters. You could do an email message or a letter. I'm just going to set it for letters at the moment. All we're doing is setting up to begin the mail merge. The recipients we would eventually be collecting from the list that we've prepared in our spreadsheet. Next, we need to link our Word document to the spreadsheet file. We do this by selecting the recipients. We're going to use an existing list rather than type a new list. The dialog box next asks us where is that spreadsheet file from which we'll be finding our information. It's the one that we prepared a little earlier. Mine's under the parent communication. Here's my mail merge for parents document created earlier. Now that we've connected our Word document to the spreadsheet, still under the heading of mailings, now we have the opportunity to insert merge fields. This is not grayed any longer because we've made our connection. To insert a merged field, I'm going to go to where I want the first name of the student to appear. I've just highlighted this. This is where I'm going to do the insert. Insert the merge field. All of these fields are now available from the spreadsheet that I created earlier. So I'm going to insert the student's first name in that location. I'm going to insert their last name, insert merge field, surname. I'm going to tidy this a little. Those words first and last were just my place markers so that I knew where I was going to be putting that information. I don't need the word first and last to appear. As you can see, I've now left in a field which goes between double arrows. First name will be put here, then there's a space. Surname will be put here, then there's a space. I won't need that red in the final document. I'm going to make that all automatic colour. So I've got those two fields in. Here's another location where I want to insert the student's first name. On mailings, insert merge field, student's first name. Make sure your formatting is fine. I now have a space between first name and is. Continue with the rest of the document. In here, I'd like to insert the grade for their classwork. Insert merge fields. As you can see, I haven't finished my spreadsheet yet, so I don't have that in the list. I'll come back to this one a little bit later. But I do have sections for putting in prac work grades. So in here, practical 1.1 grade, practical 1.1. In here, practical 1.2. Practical 1.2, and so on. Practical 1.3, 1.4, you can see that my table is readjusting its size. Practical 2.5. I'll continue information about the mark for the student next. The merge field, task number 1 mark. I've already entered here the average for that task. That won't be put in automatically. Task number 1 ranking. As you see, that will come in blue and bold. So this is ranking for task number 1. The marge, so there's rank number 1. I'm going to insert task number 2 mark. Task 2 practical. And student ranking. Rank on task 2. And finally, ranking on tasks 1 and 2 combined. Progressive rank tasks 1 and 2. They are the headings coming directly from my Sentral MARKBOOK that I put into the spreadsheet. As you can see, it fills in quite well. The important parts behind this are your original Word document, into which you'll do a mail merge, and your spreadsheet. The only things not entered into my spreadsheet at the moment are the classwork and assignments assessment column. I'm just going to go back and put them into my spreadsheet.